Back in 2011, Ty was living and training in the Colorado town of Breckenridge at the base of the Rocky Mountains 10-mile range. She was being coached by Dave Baldwin.
She's a handful, but it's a good time.
Hey!
Well, you are.
I'm not a handful.
You are.
I'm the best. Please, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I am the least problematic 14-year-old girl you've ever seen in your life, okay?
I'll give her that much. She's not very problematic, but she is a handful. But it's a lot of fun. It's a good thing.
Born on Long Island, New York, Ty hails from a skiing family. She spent much of her childhood on the slopes in Stowe, Vermont.
I think really what attracted me to snowboarding was I was always at competition with my sister, and my sister was always better than me at skiing. And so I think I wanted to kind of do my own thing. But for my 7th birthday, I asked for a snowboard, and they couldn't really not get me a snowboard. And I've been snowboarding ever since. I would say that snowboarding's 50% mental, 50% physical, because you can have all the talent in the world, but you need to be able to put yourself in the right state of mind to compete and to always be out there on the hill training. And you know, there are some sacrifices that go with snowboarding. If you just don't have the mindset, like a positive mindset towards it, then you can have all the talent in the world, but you're not going to be successful at your sport.
Along with around 4 to 5 hours a day on the slopes from Monday to Saturday, Ty's training regime also included indoor simulation work and time spent on the trampoline.
The trampoline is a really good place to learn tricks. It helps take a trick that you want to learn on the snow and then do it in a situation that's not quite as consequential. It's also good for air awareness, like say if you're falling, how to twist yourself in a way so that you're not gonna hurt yourself as much.
During the season, Ty's coach Dave doubled up as her full-time guardian. There was a fine line between allowing Ty to develop at her own pace and pushing her to reach her full potential.
That's the challenge as a coach, is you've got to maintain that trust that you have in a friendship, and you've got to draw the line where it's time for you to be the tough guy and let them know that something's not good, or let them know that something needs work.
Ty decided to move here to Colorado during the season in order to focus more on her sport. With her family back in Vermont, the teenager lived with a group of fellow snowboarders.
Breakfast is ready. My drink.
Ty had to combine her sport with her studies, and the youngster found it tricky trying to juggle the boards with the books.
In the past, I've been homeschooled for the winters, and it's been a lot easier because in middle school you don't really have that much work. And so whenever I'd have time after contests and after training, I'd just come home, do some work, and call it a day. But now that I'm in high school, it's getting a little harder because they don't want me to leave my public school for half the year and then just come back. So I had to do all my school online. I have a joke in my family that my mom doesn't like anyone who's not good at math. So if my grades slip and if I'm not doing my schoolwork, I get on the next plane home, because, I mean, education's the most important thing to my parents. And I think it's obviously really important, because if snowboarding doesn't work out, then you need something else to do with your life.
Growing up, Ty was very sporty. Ice hockey, baseball, and 10-pin bowling were just some of her favorites, and they always brought out her competitive streak.
20 bucks says I kick both your asses. I'm just kidding. It's a lie.
While some parents wouldn't approve of their teenage daughter spending so much time away from home, the Walkers recognised that Ty's desire to become an Olympic champion required certain sacrifices. And fortunately, the environment in Colorado was one of fun and friendship for the teenager.
A lot of fun, but I think I might be a little better at snowboarding.
Slopestyle is one of several snowboarding disciplines, along with halfpipe, parallel slalom and snowboard cross. Since the 1998 Winter Olympics in Nagano, 3 out of the 4 had been part of the Olympic program. The exception was slopestyle, Ty's chosen discipline. However, it would feature at the 2014 Sochi Olympics.
I'd really like to be just the best snowboarder I could be. I want to be able to both ride halfpipe and slopestyle, and I think that it's pretty important to be diverse. And I really want to go to the Olympics in 2014 and hopefully medal or something like that, and maybe make the Olympics in 2018 or 2022, whatever.
She's always letting me know that she wants to be the best. She lets everybody know. Nobody comes out wanting to finish second, and I've never met anybody that wants to finish first more than Ty.
In the years ahead, Ty would continue to compete against older girls on the TTR Tour. And although she struggled in some competitions, it was those events that would teach her a lot more than victories over snowboarders her own age ever could.
Everybody knows that she's a force to be reckoned with right now, and at 14 years old, she's got at least 5 years on most of the other girls that she competes again, and usually more than that. It's usually closer to 10 years. So you can tell that they're stepping up their game, knowing that Ty's bringing a level that is soon to be surpassing everyone's in the female snowboard.
Ty competed at the 2014 Winter Olympics. She was one of the youngest members of Team USA. However, her performance was hampered by injury, and she wasn't amongst the medals. Yet shortly after the Games, she won the first ever World Cup for women's big air, an event that will make its debut at the 2018 Winter Olympics.
I think she has the potential to be the best female snowboarder of all time. She's very focused, sets goals, and usually achieves those goals when she puts her mind to it. And she's driven. That's what she wants to be. She wants to be the best ever.